Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. And tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the LA Chargers. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys he catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, it'll be hard to beat each and every ball game.
It's a gain of 7.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. Now a play fake. Wentz going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 19 and a first down.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Play action. Now Wentz. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain on the play. First down, Minnesota.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Wentz now to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
At the 10-yard line.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now Scott. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score, Vikings 7.
And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Now Herbert off the bootleg. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Short throw to Disley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Out of the gun, Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Right back to Mason. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Throwing is Wentz. He'll try and do this himself. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
A dump off for Mason. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Wentz to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
For the Vikings field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissling. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the
Had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up 1st down, too.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Finds Johnston. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another Chargers first down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Herbert back to the air. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Herbert. Pass out left, finds Johnston. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That is caught. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And the Chargers first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll run here with Haskins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit, threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now they go screen. It's complete. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
In motion right is the tight end. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Wentz. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up big at 3rd and 3.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
He's got Mason complete. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Haskins trying to pick it up.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get him.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Now it's Herbert. Open man here is Conklin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of
16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
This is where you can try and get a tight end in space. They like this matchup, so they're going to let their 2 receivers to his outside run simple little short routes, hoping to suck up the secondary. And that'll free up space for their tight end on a corner route to make a big play.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Herbert throwing again. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
That one complete to McConkey.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 34
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Here's Herbert. Check down, complete to Haskins.
And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Herbert. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's second down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now this one finds McConkey. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Lad McConkey, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
That ties the game at 10.
So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Cameron Dicker to kick
all
off
level
for the
now at
Chargers.
10 apiece as the kick's away. Able to slither by. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Throwing now is Wentz. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Completes this to Addison out left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Third down and 1. Wentz. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Haskins now on 1st and 10. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
In motion, the tight end. Herbert now. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Check him up. Check the goal. Check the goal.
Straight ahead, here's Haskins. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Running for it, Haskins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Chargers, first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level, and the secondary the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try
And the Vikings pick up the football. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do is trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mason. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll run again with Mason. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Here's Wentz to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Tui Pelotu got in and dropped him.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And here's Ryan Wright now, standing just outside his own goal line.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Here's Herbert.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
To the left side, he's got McConkey.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 28. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all they needed. First down.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call it low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
A give to Haskins up the middle. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They run it again with Haskins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another Chargers first down. First down and 10 yards to go.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
It's a pickup of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Chargers 17, Vikings 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays.
At the 41-yard line.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Mason on the taunts. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Tui Pelotu, his 2nd sack of the night.
They were looking for a big play in this comeback situation, and they call play-action pass, and it backfires. If you're going to run that play this late in the game, you have to have a plan in mind to avoid the sack. Throw it away, scramble, do something, but don't go down in your own backfield.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Mason. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Pass complete to Addison. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on
fighting through, and he's got space. Still on his feet. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 64 yards. And the Chargers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
This is 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wentz. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Wentz. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
At the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Alert blow, alert blow, alert blow.
From the gun, Haskins. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The offense on third down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
To throw, it's Wentz. Addison hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mason going to get it on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He'll try and do this himself. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Wentz going to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. Now he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was T.J. Hawkinson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Short throw to Disley. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a first carry for their fullback. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
All right, let's put the check mark on the defensive side of the ledger there. Really nice tackle by the man in the middle. But why was he able to get that done? Because he has 4 down linemen in front of him, 2 tackles, 2 ends. And what they often try to do is create what we call a funnel. Right to the man in the middle linebacker, who often leads his team in tackles.
On third down, here's Haskins. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
17.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 13. 20 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at their 49-yard line.
So it's a win here for the L.A. Chargers, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterback, CD, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I thought this defense just didn't have an answer for him all game long. They tried to change things up, but he was always one step ahead. And he finished with over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdown passes as well.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.